It appears that Donald Trump's relationship with Kim Jong Un continues to deteriorate, and there are new reports indicating that Donald Trump himself failed to follow through on some of the promises that he made to Kim Jong Un, and as a result, Un decided to continue with their nuclear weapons programs. Trump promised Kim Jong Un that he would sign a declaration ending the Korean War during their June summit in Singapore. However, in the months since the summit, Trump has not done so, instead stating that Pyongyang must denuclearize before he signs the agreement. Okay, so let's stop right there. Here is yet another reason why Trump bungled this whole negotiation. Because they meet, Kim Jong Un says a few complimentary things to Trump, and then he starts giving away his bargaining chips. Bargaining chip, here, let me give them to you. Runs around, starts doing pro-North Korean propaganda. And why would anyone think that they would need to denuclearize when the president is running around saying that they've already denuclearized? Before taking office, people were assuming that we were going to war with North Korea. President Obama said that North Korea was our biggest and most dangerous problem. No longer. Sleep well tonight. This was immediately after his summit with Kim Jong Un. Trump also tweeted at the time, just landed a long trip, but everybody can now feel much safer than the day I took office. There is no longer a nuclear threat from North Korea. Meeting with Kim Jong Un was an interesting and very positive experience. North Korea has great potential for the future. So not only did Trump not follow through with his part of the so-called deal, which was, by the way, was an insanely vague agreement that they both signed, but he had already gone around talking about how North Korea has kept their side of the deal. So if they're going to get that kind of positive feedback from Trump without actually denuclearizing, then why would they denuclearize? It doesn't make any sense.
And this backing away now from the Pompeo meeting and from engagement with North Korea, he's trying to do a little bit under cover of night. I mean, you don't see them advertising this in a press conference forum because Trump likes the victory lap. Trump likes the photo op. Trump likes the, okay, show's over, let me go collect my Nobel Peace Prize. He likes that part of the game. Yeah. But as you get into the real complexities of denuclearizing North Korea, which is not going to happen because that's the only way that they get America's attention and the attention of the rest of the world, when it comes to that, you're not going to hear much about it because it doesn't serve Trump's interest.
I was reading more on the background of the reason why this is such a big deal between the two. So the standoff now comes because Kim Jong Un wants the declaration of peace or a treaty, not even a full treaty, to be signed because, of course, as you were mentioning that China has to be involved in it as well.
So does Congress. So 2/3 of the Senate needs to vote on this. Trump cannot unilaterally say that the Korean War has ended. So not only do you need China to get involved, you need 2/3 of the Senate to get involved, and that's not happening.
So at least this was going to be like a symbolic thing, saying, okay, we're all chill, maybe you can start denuclearizing. And actually, from what I read, there was a point of what Kim Jong Un did trust Trump when he was saying, because they liked his, quote, softer touch, is what one article did point out. They liked how he came in and he was saying, oh, we'll do all this and everyone will get everything they want. But there's other people within the administration, Mattis, John Bolton, who are like, calm all this down. We need to show how much more powerful we are than them. And that's the same approach that North Korea has to have. Because then, of course, from the war, they're thinking, we have to tell everyone these are the sworn enemies that came in and stopped us from doing whatever the hell we wanted to do. And then after they did that, we can no longer show any weakness before they give us something. So the standstill is nobody's gonna give up anything. Now, if you remember right before this summit, when someone asked Trump at a press conference, what are you doing to prepare? And he said, I don't need to prepare. I've been preparing for this my whole life. It's called talking to and becoming nice with and getting along with and having a rapport. That's all I need. I've been preparing for this my whole life.
Yeah.
So then in doing that, he prepared for this by not knowing any of the background or not knowing what it is. There was like a closed door one-on-one session. I think it's one of the times that he promised. He also promised Kim Jong Chol the same thing days before the summit. So he's saying things he doesn't know what he's giving, and his council doesn't know what he's giving, and they're gonna disagree with him, and it's gonna make him look bad later and make him also not know what the hell he's doing because he didn't know what the hell he was doing.
Right, there was a
So there could be something to this if he knew how to approach it, is the thing.
Yeah, look, there was a lack of preparation going into it, and what I mean by that is, just to kind of buttress off what you were saying, Jayar, From the get-go, there appeared to be miscommunication and lack of communication between Pompeo, Mattis, and Trump, because Trump kept saying things that conflicted with what Pompeo had said on the record or what Mattis had said on the record.
Well, at one point they said they weren't even going to do it. Remember, we can't pull together this summit this so quickly now. And then Trump says, "Oh no, the hell we aren't. We can't. I need my headline."
I mean, this is the reason why it's problematic to have a president who has no interest in doing things in a collaborative way. He wants to do things unilaterally. I don't think he has any idea that he can't single-handedly, unilaterally call an end to the Korean War. Technically, the war is still happening, right? And so Trump is like, oh yeah, for sure, yeah, I'll end it. But he doesn't know that he can't single-handedly do that. He needs to get the Senate involved. China needs to be involved. He's a clown. And
or what that means if he doesn't.
Exactly.
Because again, what it'll happen is it'll allow a lot of people, maybe supporters of his or normal supporters of his, to say, why is he showing this weakness towards North Korea and giving them that concession without getting anything for it? But that's what North Korea wants. They want that guarantee that they're not going to look weak. But Trump's people, Mattis, John Bolton, and those like them, want the same thing. Like, we can't look weak. We're the United States of effing America. What are you going to do? And then North Korea has the same thing, like, we're going to put the United States in their place. Remember 1953? That's the standoff. And he didn't understand it. Simple as that.
No, he doesn't get it. And, if he were making decisions single-handedly, Anna, I would have a problem. But the fact that he makes a decision single-handedly and he has no clue as to what the playing field's like, what the strategy is, what the history of the situation is, and you can apply this to everything, North Korea and any other decision he makes. That's why things are done so recklessly.
Right.
Then it takes it to another level of danger. And surrounded by Pompeo and a hawkish White House right now, I worry that they'll talk this guy into an armed conflict in Iran. You're already hearing about they're ramping up the rhetoric on Iran. This is a very dangerous situation because, again, the chief executive is clueless and he could be sold anything.
Like this video? That's great. And you never have to miss another episode of TYT by hitting the subscribe button below. And ring the bell to get notified whenever we publish a new video.